Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today let's speak about Ethereum Classic. What is this and how it's used in the real life? If you want to know what are its advantages over other cryptocurrencies, watch this video till the end and you will not have any questions about what this cryptocurrency is. So, are you ready? Let's go! What is Ethereum Classic?
Ethereum Classic is not a new cryptocurrency. Rather, it is one of the results from the split of an existing cryptocurrency, Ethereum. Just like Ethereum, ETC is a secure, censor-proof, reliable, public, trustless, and decentralized platform for running applications and smart contracts. Ethereum Classic is how its own token, ETC, that works as the network fuel. Supporters of ETC tend to be purists who argue it's the true Ethereum, while detractors claim it's a less important of entire version of protocol. Both blockchains were identical and vary way up until block 192.0.0.0.0. But after that, everything changed. In 2016, a smart contract on Ethereum was hacked. This event split community opinion and resulted in one of the most significant schisms within the blockchain community to date. This division was over the practicalities of how to address the theft of funds that took place during the incident. But ultimately, it took on some deeper philosophical and ethical shades as well.
To really understand Ethereum Classic, how it differs from Ethereum and why this matters, we need to retrace a little bit of its history. This required a hard fork, a radical change to the protocol that makes previously in-wallet blocks or transactions wallet, or vice versa. Enter Ethereum Classic. The only issue with this vote was that consensus was not 100%.
There was a small group of dissenters who disagreed with the majority. They believed that code is low and that blockchains shouldn't be altered, even if the majority is in favor to doing so. This group took their own action. When Ethereum rolled back its history, the dissenters counted to mine and develop the original blockchain. They took a position that claimed to be for everything cryptocurrencies should be. Since this group lacked the majority, this original chain became known as Ethereum Classic. To quote their website, the classic version is reversing untempered history, free from external interference and subjective tampering of transactions. The group behind Ethereum Classic quickly organized and published their Declaration of Independence. In this document, they stated their opinion that the Ethereum Foundation handling of the DAO hack was reprehensible and also projected a vision for the future.
It should be noted that keeping this version of Ethereum running was no small undertaking. A community hub was needed, supporters had to rally together, dedicated ETC mining pools had to be created, and there was a need for exchange to pick up ETC. But in the end, all of these things were accomplished. As we enter 2018, the team that survived this tumultuous history has an aggressive roadmap before them. Some of the key projects in the pipeline are as follows.
Classic Geth, a continuation of the ETH Geth, a set of multi-purpose command line tools that run a full node. Plans include a focus on architectural modularization, performance improvements, and making it more friendly for use in a business environment. Sputnik VM is the ever-evolving ETC-specific version of the Ethereum virtual machine, the technology that allows contracts written in various programming languages to be compiled into bytecode, which can be deciphered and executed. Emerald Platform is a software development kit designed for third-party dApp developers with plans in place to target desktop, mobile, and web applications. Emerald Wallet will address the issue that there is currently no wallet for the Ethereum Classic community that verifies transactions for users in a trustless way. Sidechains, any mechanisms that allow tokens from one blockchain to be securely used within a completely separate blockchain. In 2018, ETC plans to introduce sidechains to address issues of scale and work towards integrations with IoT.
How does Ethereum Classic work? If you already understand how Ethereum works, you are well on the way to understanding ETC, blockchain. Ethereum Classic runs on the blockchain, a decentralized spreadsheet or ledger. The beauty of the blockchain is that it's a distributed system with no single points of failure or control. Blockchains are trustless and censorship-free and have proven largely immune to hacking or manipulation.
Every transaction of a smart contract on the ETC network is packaged into blocks. These blocks are recorded in the amber of the blockchain, and the entire network must agree on which transactions are correct or incorrect, thus arriving at consensus. In this way, the system is always reconciling itself to users know they can trust its accuracy. ETC uses the same proof of work algorithm as Bitcoin does for reaching consensus. Proof of work, as its name hints, requires that participants validate those blocks of data, showing that they have invested significant computing power in doing so. They must prove their work by racing to solve complex mathematical problems. The winner of this race is rewarded with some ETC. Once a block has been mined, it's added to the blockchain. Ethereum is currently moving away from POV for a number of reasons, but Ethereum Classic is sticking with POV for now. The line given is that POS implementation seems overly complex and they'd rather not risk the network with untested tech.
Smart contracts. When you start drilling down, it doesn't take long to see that smart contracts are the primary feature of ETC. As we mentioned above, smart contracts are computer programs that directly control the transfer of digital currencies or assets between parties if certain conditions are met. They make contracts enforceable in computer code. They are, in fact, why Ethereum exists in the first place.
ETC provides a place for people to build and run smart contracts, a blank canvas of back-end, if you will, for developers to implement all manner of smart contracts and dApps. One of the key innovations there is ETC as a platform that allows for the easy scripting and creation of dApps for all types of use cases. There are quite a few applications running on Ethereum Classic and more that being developed.
The ETC token. The ETC token functions as a method of paying for things within the ecosystem, an incentive to build a good code and for some people an investment vehicle. Ethereum, and by extension ETC, was created with the idea that there should not be a maximum limit on the number of tokens.
This is largely because of the intention behind the token, meant more as a fuel than a true currency. But this approach brings with it some obvious problems, namely that an unlimited supply of coins means their price would always be going down. ETC addressed this in their monetary policy change. This change mandates that on December 2017 the block reward will drop from 5 to 4 ETC. This downward trend will continue until eventually the block reward is zero. What this means is that the token will remain inflationary until about 2025, at which point there should be in the vicinity of 200 million ETC. After that, it will become a deflationary currency. For those who view ETC as an investment vehicle, this is likely good news. A capped or deflating supply of tokens tends to drive demand and thus prices.
The ETC team. In the aftermath of the day-old debacle, a number of different people stepped up to support ETC, but none of these people were particularly famous. There is no Roger Ver leading the Ethereum Classic team, which in a way is international.
According to one Redditor, we try very hard not to stick to specific people as founders or leaders. Otherwise, we run the risk of centralizing around specific people. We're essentially trying to follow the Bitcoin model of creating a blockchain that is agnostic to any particular set of users and open to all. At one point, the entire team was rumored to be Splix, and then you have Bitnovosti, which founded the ETC community. There are also two other dev groups, IOHK and Ethereum Commonwealth, working on the protocol. As time has passed, the primary group has grown into a thriving independent team of engineers and professionals in software development who are working full-time on the project. There are currently a handful of engineers.
Konstantin Krivomas, Rust developer, Wei Tang, Rust developer, Alexei Sodachin, Go developer, Thomas Zibal, Go developer, and a handful of advisors, Roy Zoll, Matthew Mazur, Igor Antamonov, Cody Burns, and others. Competitors and challenges. According to EDC community manager Anthony, getting started was tough.
We went from having the Ethereum Foundation and sizable community to no leadership or structure. Luckily, we had Bitnosti and many others to help us create a path. Simply surviving the DAO incident was arguably the biggest challenge EDC has had to date. EDC also faces the continuous nature of its split with Ethereum and the continuous struggle therein. Although most of the community do not consider themselves anti-Ethereum and the level of infilling is nowhere near Bitcoin Cash levels, issues remain. Some in the Ethereum community consider ETC an attack on Ethereum. Others charge that ETC is nothing more than a conditional of immutable blockchain loyalists, ETH antagonists, and general market speculators. Not the most flattering depiction. Any other smart contracts platform can be considered a competitor of ETC. This includes Ethereum, Lisk, Neo, and Qton, to name just a few. But the community remains less focuses on other technologies coming in direct competitions with ETC and more on partnership and complementary solutions.
As Anthony puts this, I really want to get away from focusing on competition and move towards a more interoperable network of blockchains. There is not going to be any one winner in this. You even see this now, where the Cardano wallet has adopted support for Ethereum Classic, and I look forward to more interoperability in the future. How to purchase and store ETC. Buying ETC is as easy as following 3 simple steps. Get an Ethereum Classic compatible wallet. This can be a mobile, desktop, or hardware wallet. The choice depends on the level of security you desire.
For mobile, you can get a multi-coin wallet that supports ETC. Many people also opt for the Classic Ether wallet, a Chrome extension which lets you hold ETC on a desktop with ease. But there are a lot of other options. If you want to know how to store ETC, you can use our links below.
Go to the wallet you have chosen and locate the receiving address. Copy this carefully and return to the exchange. Every interface is a bit different, but you will be looking for withdraw or deposit options. Once you find this, click on it, enter your wallet address, and voila! Conclusion. The vast majority of crypto supporters have chosen to favor Ethereum. There is no denying that, but as some would argue, they would compromise their principles to do so. ETC exists for the blockchain purists and maximalists. One great thing about this smart contract platform is that identity politics and toeing the party line don't matter in the way they do within some other crypto factions.
In terms of true decentralization, not too many blockchains can compare with Ethereum Classic. Whether or not Ethereum Classic can take its highly principled and decentralized technology and continue to thrive is yet to be seen. In a winner-take-all scenario, it's hard to see the road forward. But in a world of greater nuance and complementary solutions, ETC may flourish well into the future. Ethereum Classic often does not get the credit it deserves, but for now, the key is continuing to get more users and developers involved.
So, my friends, it was all for today. But for more details about what is Ethereum Classic, use the links below this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon and have a good day. Bye!